It's not really a build, it's just getting my motor up. Oh yeah. My original plan was to fab up my own bracket support for the front splitter, but I was cruising around on the Devsport website under the RSX. They already have them all fabbed up with all the hardware, and it's pretty cool because they're adjustable. And the 8th gen and the RSX are almost the same chassis, so what I'm gonna do is just like how they have here, is to drill into the bumper reinforcements, also do some trimming onto the bumper, that way the brackets could slide through, and we'll go from there, see what happens. Quick little warning, the next steps you're gonna watch, the quality sucks ass. I lent out this camera, they moved all the settings, so when I got it back, I didn't even think about it. I recorded, did all my drilling, I added the brackets. When I was editing the video, I noticed how horrible and choppy the quality is. Oh well, fuck it, what can you do? Fuck off. And here they are. I already opened them, but these are the Devsport adjustable brackets for the splitter. A chassis mount. Pretty sick. I was gonna fab my own, but they were done. Although this is for the RSX. And they don't have them for the 8th gen Civic, but I'm gonna give it a shot. I mean, it should be the same, hopefully. And here's a mounting point, fully adjustable, as high as you want to go, or as low, depending on where it sits. And again, all the necessary hardware. Hopefully, we could fit this fitment issue. Some gap going on right here. In my previous video, you saw how the bottom with the hook meets with the splitter. So this is all I had it mounted before. It's with all the hardware they supplied. What's gonna suck is this takes about 2, 4, 6 holes onto the splitter, and now I'm gonna have a shitload of holes everywhere. Probably just leave some of those bolts on there, that way it covers the holes, but it kinda sucks. We'll see. And then I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with these supporting rods. I already drilled holes on here. Man, I wish I would have gone this route a long time ago, but live and you learn. I also forgot I ordered these base plates, bracket support. Support bracket base plates, and also for the RSX and S2000. I was gonna just use these to help me out, but obviously this was, so when I received these, I knew they're not gonna be enough support. That's when I decided to purchase this setup. And figure out how I'm gonna use these as well. More support would be better, because this thing does weigh a lot on just the bumper itself. Technically, you're not supposed to use just the splitter on the bumper. You need to actually support it with the frame or reinforcement bar. So this is what we have to work with. Here's my bumper reinforcement bar. I do have an opening right here already made to have access to the nuts. And where I mount the bracket, right about here. brackets assembled, installed, and like I said, having this opening here is amazing. You have access to the nuts, or you could also do it through here, but I decided to do it through here. Brackets on there pretty freaking sturdy, pretty strong. I haven't tightened these yet because, like I said, you have the ability to adjust up or down. So I have the bumper semi-mounted just to get an idea where these brackets are gonna land. As you can see, I already marked up where I'm gonna have to do a split or a cut on the bumper and give it some clearance. Probably do a cut like right about here, just to give it access to come in through the bumper. Alright, both brackets are installed, and I gotta figure out where I'm gonna do the mounting points on the actual splitter. Again, like I said, it sucks because I already have pre-drilled holes from the previous install, which sucked. And I do have the supporting rod. I wish I didn't have to use these, but I'm gonna use them anyways because I already have the holes right here, and if it's gonna be exposed with the opening, might as well just use them. But it is what it is. Discovered another major issue. As you can see, there's some debris right here and some scratching. And I was wondering, because this bracket was already clearing the cut that I made. If you look a little higher, it's hitting the freaking fog light. Where the fog light goes, it's hitting all this right here. So now I gotta make clearance right about here, which sucks. I just hope it doesn't get as far as to the air duct, because I am not cutting that shit. Some more cutting. It's not the cleanest cut right now, but I had to cut away the top of the fog light where it mounts out, and I just went off. Same on this side. We'll see. Alright, this sucks. So it's kind of fitting a little better, and I was noticing, well, it's lining up somewhat. It's kind of a major gap right here. That's major. Well, what I'm noticing, it is hitting Alright, what I'm noticing, it is actually hitting my fog light duct. Oh, I can't see it, but right about there. And I am not gonna trim that shit, no matter what. Oh man, well, mounting it into the bumper reinforcement bar looked like a good idea. Honestly, my first attempt, I wanted to mount it onto this bracket, or whatever you call it. Where's it at? Right here. This is actually where the bolts go for the reinforcement bar. As you can see, that's where it bolts up. Originally, that's where I wanted to do it, but I saw this, took opportunity, because how it's already cut for me, blah blah blah. Now I gotta go and drill it. And there you have it. So I'm gonna drill, mount the bracket, and then install it again. It'll be so much easier, of course, because as you saw, this thing goes on and there's no way you're gonna get to the bolts. Common sense. Alright, high hopes. Splitter is installed. All that's next is to install the bumper. Clearance on my filter is just barely there, but I took a little trip to Mexico, down to my hometown, and let me tell you, this front splitter does create a lot of downforce, which caused my front supporting rod to come loose. Insert clip here. shit that came loose. Start flapping everywhere. Fuck. Scared the shit out of me. That blew my motor. And I already kind of fixed it a little bit, but it really bent the shit. This thing was about up here, because this thing was flapping so much on the road. It bent the shit out of this, causing it to go up. This little gap right here worries me, because a lot of air gets in there and maybe pushes it down from the back. I mean, this thing's pretty solid somewhat, but I want more support. Then it's just being held up by these brackets and the supporting rods, which I don't think is enough. So I'll give it another shot. Other than that, it does hop on downforce. And I lost my trim guard. Alright, so I'm having major vibration issues, or let me just show you. I already had cut away right here in a previous video, but still not, it's still touching. As on this side, it's totally clear. That's that side making a noise. This side is completely cleared away. So it looks like you just gotta do some trimming right here. And there it is. It's super annoying when you're driving, all you hear. Like I said, that side's clear, but I need to figure something out right here in the middle. Let's see. I'm gonna try to attempt to straighten this out. Looks pretty bad. My wife says it looks like I hit something. She might be right, but I probably hit something and it loosened up the rods. Because you can see clearly. I mean, it was worse when when this first happened. Like I said, it was probably like up to here. And I'm pretty sure I tightened the crap out of those rods. Well, it's a little bit better, but man, honestly, I don't think it's gonna be able to straighten out any longer. It's starting to bubble up on the edges. Actually, it was already kind of like that, but I'm gonna just have to deal with it. I must be blind because I just noticed this. That's major damage. Wow. That nut is completely gone. That's what it used to look like. Well, that one too, but that's what it used to look like. I have this piece of rubber left. This is from the garage seal, the bottom of the garage, which is now a solid lip. I got this on one of my subscription boxes, petrol box. Well, I'm still getting somewhat of vibration right here. I try to bang out the hammer, but of course it's freaking solid. I could use a grinder, heat up the metal and bend it, but I'm not gonna do all that. Just got some double-sided sticky tape. I'm gonna apply it right here, and it'll sit right here on the subframe. This is where the splitter comes in contact with it, and hopefully it kills the vibration. On the first attempt, went to shit. It was this 1/2 inch 3M tape. It's actually 3M. Now I'm gonna go for an inch thicker 3M tape. This one was having a hard time sticking onto actual rubber. And it looks like this one, see, still. I'm probably gonna run a zip tie around the subframe if I have a big enough zip tie. Let's try this. Well, the stupid 3M tape didn't hold up, so I just got a zip tie, wrapped it around here, and that should be fine. It's mostly like right about here where the contact point's at. Let's see how that goes. Check it out. Shut up, truck. That worked. I figured that's what I needed. Alright, Alright, so I figured out a way to use this bracket. As you saw in one of the previous videos, there was a gap right here. It was very wobbly right here, so I'm going to get this bracket supported right here, cross member, and then right here will be supported on the splitter. So the bracket's mounted onto the subframe. I'll push it up right here and do my markings, drill my hose, and there's our middle support bracket. Right now I was able to get to these two holes, but since the cross member was in the way, I couldn't mark these two holes. So what I did, I just marked the front of this part, and now I'm gonna just lay it right here and mark the other two holes, drill, mount, be happy. Alright, so now we're officially fully mounted. That bracket's on, the middle bracket's on. That's a new bracket I just installed. Hopefully we shouldn't have no flopping around issues around the middle. Got the rubber seal, not a seal, the garage lip crap with the zip tie right there. There's no more vibrating sounds, and this bracket's installed. And there it is. Alright, well, set up. The gap's kind of, it's good. It's better than before. These brackets I'm gonna spray them black, that way they kind of blend in. You still see them, but it's okay. It is super sturdy now. I don't hear no rattle so far. I haven't turned it on, but I don't hear no rattle. The support rods are stiff. This sucks, but what can I do? It already happened. I got some flapper here. Like I said, I'm still thinking of drilling or using the pre-drilled holes mounted up here. I'm gonna see how bad it is right here, how much it moves while I'm driving, but I don't think that's gonna be a big issue. My issue was that vibration noise I had. I think we're good. We'll test it out. Hopefully this will be the end of it. I think we're good. I don't hear no vibration. Finally, today's install was a success. No more vibrations. Everything's solid, perfect, except for the motor mount. But other than that, this lip is finally on, or splitter, should I say? Finally. time to get rid of this ugly black paint. Yes.